Hi, learning KNX can be difficult if you don't have someone experienced to guide you. If you want to understand KNX building automation, but most materials feel either too complicated or too theoretical, this video is for you. Today I want to briefly talk about my book, Mastering KNX Smart Home Automation, Designing and Programming Smart Building Systems with KNX Standard, which is available on Amazon. I wrote this book to explain KNX in a simple and practical way, especially for people who want to actually build and understand installations. If, like me, you enjoy gaining knowledge from books, this one might be exactly what you are looking for. My name is Albert. This book was written together with my father, who was one of the pioneers of KNX installations in Poland in 1990s, when the technology was just starting to appear here. Because of that, I grew up around building automation, installations and discussions about how the systems actually work. Later I studied robotics and automation, and over time I started learning and experimenting with KNX system myself. If you don't have access to a senior engineer who understands both the theory and the real installations, KNX might be difficult to learn. Especially today, when you often need not only electrical knowledge but also IT and networking knowledge. So we decided to write the kind of book we would recommend to someone starting with KNX today, or to people who already work with KNX but want to understand some areas better. The book explains how KNX systems are structured, how devices communicate, what the most important components are, and how the real installations actually works. The focus is on understanding the system. Instead of only explaining tools, the book explains how KNX works behind the scenes. This becomes very important when something goes wrong and you need to troubleshoot a system. Once you understand the fundamentals, everything becomes much easier. The book starts from electrical signal and KNX network architecture. It also describes many KNX device types, from simple on-off actuators to advanced devices used for visualization system. You will also find section about IT networking and cybersecurity, because today it is difficult to work with KNX without understanding those areas. An important part of the book is also how to design your KNX project from scratch, step by step with explanation. Not only theory, but very practical, step by step solution for you. This book can be helpful if you are an electrician, an engineer, a home automation enthusiast, or someone planning a smart home, such as homeowner, interior designer, or architect that want to advise your client structure of your new home and your nowadays installation. You don't need to be an expert to start reading it. You also do not need to read the entire book from beginning to end. You can just jump directly to the topic that interests you. The goal is simply to make KNX clear and approachable. I try to keep everything simple, practical, and focus on real understanding. There is no unnecessary theory and no marketing talk, just explanation of how the system works and how to think about KNX installations. Everything is divided into clear topics, so you can either learn step by step or just read the sections that you need. If you are interested, you can find the link to the book below in the comments. I hope it helps you have satisfaction, not frustration, in your KNX learning journey. Thanks for watching.